So I'm not a textbook teacher when it comes to healing stress. I haven't studied this in a formal sense. What I have done is I've learned through presence. And I think presence is the greatest teacher of all. Talk about conscious connection. It's about being present with your own experience. Now, I didn't set out to do this. I learned this because when I asked for help, or when I was looking for solutions, and I went to doctors and said, I'm not well, help, nobody seemed to understand what it was I was experiencing. In many cases, they said, there's nothing wrong with you, go home. I didn't find that very helpful or supportive, I have to say. In fact, it was a really difficult moment. I felt very alone, very distressed. I had 2 young kids at the time, felt very lost. But it was when I started to consciously connect, when I started to be present with my experience, that I started to join the dots in consciousness. And this is something I talk about in the 6-week Alchemy of Stress. And I understood that everything I was looking for was in here. My body was showing me the way. I started to understand the innate intelligence of my body, that my body knew how to heal. And if I was present and I learned how to listen, to understand what it was my body was trying to show me, I could become a supportive presence, a healing presence. I could start to create the conditions for my body to heal naturally, which is what your body knows how to do. As I'm sharing my story, my experience with you, and what I've understood about healing stress, it is not from having studied textbooks, not from knowledge in the intellectual sense of learning. It is through observation. It is an embodied experience of what it is to heal. And this is what I'm sharing in the Alchemy of Stress, the 6-week daily connection. I'm giving you the tools to understand how to be in that conscious connection, how to access everything you need to heal in presence, and to understand the patterns of stress that are being created, that your body is holding as a cellular memory, and how to transform these patterns in presence. There's the alchemy, there's the transformation of one energetic state into another. And in this way, I've become a healing presence for my own body, for my own experience, but also for those around me. And I believe, as I share my understanding of stress and what it is to heal and what it is to be present in this conscious connection, I'm a healing presence for those I work with, for those I connect with in the live sessions, in the Alchemy of Stress, or who I work with one-to-one. It's through sharing that experience, because I'm not just talking about an idea, a concept. It's an embodied healing experience. And what I'm showing people to do in the Alchemy of Stress is how to experience that, how to become a healing presence, how to create the inner conditions so that your body can come back into balance naturally. Because again, your body is incredibly intelligent. It holds innate intelligence, how to heal, how to come back into balance, homeostasis. And when we have the right knowledge and understanding of how to consciously connect, how to access this wisdom, we can start to work with the body. And in many ways, we're working against ourselves because we don't have this understanding, this knowledge. And because of the stress, the very stress that we're trying to heal, because of the stress that the body's holding, and the way that this manifests physically, mentally, and emotionally, it creates blocks for the body to come back into balance naturally. So what I'm sharing really, the Alchemy of Stress, is my own experience, what I've understood about healing stress, but it's about how to become a healing presence, how to be in that conscious connection, how to understand the patterns through observation, through observing your own experience. And therein you have everything you need. Of course, we can read a lot about healing stress. We can try out different therapies. but it's the lived experience that's going to be the most healing. It's going to be that embodied experience of healing that I'm sharing, because everything I share in the Alchemy of Stress on the YouTube channel here or in the 6-week course is something that I have experienced. It's something that I've understood. I've joined the dots in consciousness, and I've transformed this awareness through presence. So there's the embodied experience that I'm sharing with you here, right now, and in the Alchemy of Stress 6-week daily connection. So let me know if this resonates. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. As always, all the information, if you're interested in learning more about the 6-week Alchemy of Stress, is in the description box. I look forward to seeing you in the next post.